Okay, good day, grade 9. So, let me just get this PowerPoint slideshow from current slide. Yep. So, we're on to week 8. I hope you're all doing well. Um, so, we're going to have 3 lessons today. The first lesson is going to be on elderly. So, we're going to continue the social issues, okay? Thanks for the work that you did on crime and drug addiction. I'll go over that, and you can see your feedback by just looking at the teacher comments on your eLocker. Okay, so you can look in the grade for the grade book, and then any comments you can look there so you can correct your work. So head up your paper, looking about old age in the Bahamas. What are the problems faced by the elderly in the Bahamas? So got the review of the social issues. Yep, recognize society as a problem that is preventing society from functioning at an optimal level. Now, when we talk about that, it's not saying that the elderly are a problem, but there is a problem if your country has a greater number of people who are elderly because they will then retire, and when they retire, they need people to be working for them, for the economy to work for, to be able to afford to support those elderly people. But now, if the number of elderly become too heavy, then this becomes a problem. This is a problem found in many countries, such as in Japan, Germany, are having these issues with their population. The word they use is a population pyramid, where you can see what ages and whether a certain age is maybe too heavy or too many. But what does come as an issue for the elderly is ageism, okay? This is this prejudice and discrimination against the elderly. So maybe not to hire the elderly, not to, they're thinking that they're too old to work. Then there's the generation gaps. There's these differences in the cultural ideas and outlooks between ages. Young people may think elderly are old-fashioned, useless, and elderly may see young people as rude and disrespectful. Okay, these are generalizations, not always true. So, for example, that idea of twittering and tweeting, meaning changing, of nobody, 10, 15 years ago, maybe a bit more than that, the idea of Twitter and tweeting was different. Uh, Fashion changes, shown from there. Okay, problems faced: poverty, pension not enough, sickness, healthcare issues there. Um, Maybe the value that the elderly used to have in society has actually diminished in some ways. Some people might argue. Not ready to retire, but have to. So people won't employ them because they think that, maybe they won't be able to be as effective. Maybe they'll be sick a lot, etc. Loneliness, widowed family won't be able to see them that often. Dependent on other people to do things, drained, fear of death. Good things about getting old: wise, knowledgeable, can spend money on themselves, go traveling, more time to socialize, do the hobbies that they want. Okay, people might disagree with some of that, but that's it. But then I'm looking at the elderly in the Bahamas, and I've got 3 news articles for you to click on to read through, and that will help you to be able to answer these 3 questions. You could also do some extra research to answer those for the classwork there. Okay, so lesson 2, we're going to look at AIDS, HIV, and other diseases in the Bahamas. Okay, so copy down the topic and objectives from here. Okay, so AIDS, originally defined was the acquired immune deficiency, and this was seen as a massive, life-threatening effect. Okay, so now it's actually now the drugs are able to actually maintain people who actually catch HIV to be able to kind of manage it and be able to still have a very fair life expectancy. But HIV is the human immunodeficiency virus that causes AIDS. Okay, HIV is a retrovirus. Okay. Okay, so it actually goes into the person's DNA, and so that cannot be eliminated. Okay, so that's why there's no real cure, but there is a kind of a way of managing it. Okay, now the ways to transmit the virus: blood, semen, vaginal secretions, and breast milk. Okay, so think about ways in a second how that might link to who do you think are the main at-risk groups. Okay, now this talks about in the Bahamas, this news article here. Then I've attached the PDF that talks about this from 2017, talks about HIV and AIDS in the Bahamas. Okay, and so, some facts here that you could use in your exam answers to be able to support, as if you were doing appeal structure. You've got some evidence there to support you and give you ideas for the points that you might want to make. So the assignments, these questions here, shows you how many marks you've got. Answer those questions, either folder sheet or on Word, and upload. Geography. So we're going to look at the Bahamas. And for the last thing, page 12 to 13 of the 2018 paper. It will require you to think about previous map skills, coordinates, longitude and latitude. Upload classwork Monday, May the 25th by 3 p.m. Okay, guys, I hope you're doing well. Any questions about the material, please send me an email. Okay, have a good week. Thank you.